In about 1955, I was diagnosed with chronic nephritis. Dialysis started in December 1992 and proceeds to this day.
In 1953, I had a coarctation operation of the aorta, and in 1988, I had a aortic valve replacement. Back in 1976, I was diagnosed as having kidney disease, and it was, he told me it would be end-stage renal, so here I am.
I've been on dialysis for 18 months, approximately. I have Crohn's disease, and I had a dehydration problems, and my kidneys dried up from just dehydration over the years, and I got sicker and sicker, and dialysis was the answer.
I have polycystic kidneys, nephritis. That was discovered in 1976. I've been on dialysis for close to 17 years this year.
Well, I was diagnosed with end-stage renal disease in September of '93, and it was a situation where I began immediately. I was in the hospital and I was on dialysis the next day, and have been on it for the last year and a half ever since then.
These are all real dialysis patients, some of whom have other serious health complications. Yet, just to look at them, you'd never know it.
I feel better, and that's the main thing. You know, I have more energy.
You just feel better than sitting in the house looking at four walls and feeling sorry for yourself.
My blood levels are good because I stay active.
I would say anybody with heart problems and kidney problems should keep themselves in shape because it's so much easier on your heart.
Something has contributed to their well-being in a major way, and that something is exercise.
So I emphasize to fellow patients, be active. Find something to become active in so that you can maintain your body weight and your present muscle mass. Because if you don't, then the disease will whoop you.
This program is about exercise, why it's important for you, what you can get out of it, and how to do it. Exercise makes a great difference in making people feel a lot better, with more energy, lower blood pressure, stronger muscles, reduced heart risks, and less depression. So, if you think that you're too old, too sick, or too whatever to get into exercise activities, keep watching. You may be surprised by what you find out. Dr. Patricia Painter is an exercise physiologist.
I've been involved with working with renal patients for 15 years, and I've found that those patients who are physically active really do much better in terms of their disease process, their treatment, tolerating their treatment, and getting back to the things that they really want to do.
And doing the things you want to do is what rehabilitation is all about. And it means improving life in the face of the challenges of kidney disease. Rehabilitation consists of 5 basic ingredients: education, employment, evaluation, exercise, and encouragement. Exercise is one E that can really make a difference in the quality of your life. This program and the printed guide that comes with it can help you begin an exercise program. However, it's important not to begin any kind of fitness program without making sure that your doctor knows about and agrees with your plans. Your doctor may also provide guidance about picking the right exercises and avoiding others. Not all exercises are appropriate for everyone. Your fitness program should be a matter of picking and choosing what's right for you.
I would say anybody with heart problems and kidney problems should exercise and keep themselves in shape because it's so much easier on your heart. Actually, you're making your heart stronger, and it helps.
The fact is, almost every dialysis patient can do some sort of exercise, even if it's only a short walk. Whether you're otherwise in good health except for kidney failure, or you have heart disease, or if you cannot walk well, or even walk at all, there are plenty of exercise options for you. Your doctor may want to refer you to a physical therapist who will help teach you about the kinds of exercise that will do you the most good.
Once you make your mind up you're going to exercise, you'll find a way. You will find the time. If you find time to watch TV, if you find time to read a book, if you find time to play with your children, you can find time to exercise.
If you're on hemodialysis, you can exercise any time as long as you feel well. Off dialysis days may be your best days. You can also exercise while you're on dialysis, but the first hour of dialysis is usually the best. If you're on peritoneal dialysis, you can exercise any time. Check with your doctor to decide how much dialysate you should keep in your abdomen while you exercise.
Whatever time you choose is best to exercise, use that time, but do it regularly and get into a habit of doing it at that time all the time so you don't come up with new excuses as to why you can't exercise.
In this segment of the program, we're going to review 3 basic components of fitness that help us put together a complete exercise program.
There's several components of physical fitness. One is flexibility, which is the range of motion in the functioning of the joints and the tendons and muscles around the joints. The second is muscle strength, which is the specific strength in the various muscle groups. And the third is cardiorespiratory fitness or endurance, cardiovascular fitness, which is basically the functioning of the heart and circulation.
Flexibility exercises help your muscles and joints work more smoothly, which will help you through the bends and stretches of everyday life. Gentle stretching is very important to avoid the stiffness and soreness that comes with inactivity. When your muscles are forced to push against something, like weights or elastic bands, you're making them work harder than they normally do. This extra effort builds stronger muscles. One of the challenges of any disease is how it affects your endurance. You just can't do things for as long a time as you'd like. Cardiovascular exercise is activity that helps improve your endurance by making your heart and lungs work more efficiently. It's also called aerobic exercise because it helps get more oxygen to your muscles.
You have to start slow, even if that means just walking around the block a couple of times.
Before you start a regular fitness program, you need to make sure your dialysis is adequate and stable, your blood pressure control is good, and that you're free of infections or other untreated illnesses. These are all factors your physician can evaluate. Your dialysis team can help you choose exercises that will work best for you. And they can also help you answer the key questions about how often, how long, and how hard to exercise, and when the best times for your exercise may be. It's important to start slowly and work at a level that's right for you. And when you do begin exercising, it's also important to pay attention to your body and to know when to stop. If something doesn't feel right, it almost always means you should stop and ask for assistance. If you should experience shortness of breath, chest pains, irregular heartbeats, nausea or leg cramps, or if you start feeling dizzy or faint or experience any other sudden pain, it's very important to stop your exercise activity and tell your doctor or nurse as soon as you can. One other caution: always protect your access when you're going to do something that could put it at risk for injury. Dr. Painter will take you through the basic steps of a number of exercises. The exercise examples covered in this program can be done from a seated position, even from a wheelchair. Check in the guide that comes with this video for written instructions and guidelines for deciding how many times you should repeat each exercise.
If I can walk or run a mile or keep up with everybody else, I'm going to keep exercising just so I can keep up.
Flexibility or stretching exercises help you prevent muscles from becoming short and tight. Better flexibility can help you bend, reach, or do other things with greater ease. There are almost as many stretching exercises as there are muscles, and we'll show you a few of them with the help of Susan Petrie and Dr. Painter. We start at the top of your body.
This first exercise is for your neck. We're going to do some neck stretches. First thing I want you to do is lean your right ear over towards your right shoulder, and you're just going to move until you feel a stretch. Then move to your left ear to your left shoulder until you feel a stretch in the right side of your neck. Now move to your right ear to your right shoulder. Now you're going to drop your chin down, move your head forward, rotate your head over to the other side until your left ear hits your left shoulder, and then come straight back. This next stretch is for your arms and fingers. I want you to just reach your arms out straight in front of you and just stretch your fingers out just as far as they'll stretch. Now make a fist with your fingers, stretch your fingers out, and make a fist, and stretch out. Now make circles with your hands. Great. Go the other direction. That's terrific. This stretch is for your shoulder and upper back. I want you to just take your shoulders and shrug them, bring them up close to your ears, and relax. Shrug your shoulders again. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears, and relax. Okay, now take your right shoulder and just make some circles with your shoulder. And your other side, circles. Okay, go back to the other side and go the other direction. Okay, other side. Good, relax. And this is a stretch for your shoulders and upper back and your chest. So I want you to put your hands on your shoulders, and I want you to make circles with your elbows. Just rotate your elbows, get those shoulders loosened up. Okay, and stop, and I want you to put your elbows together in front. This is a stretch for your upper back. Squeeze them together in front. Now open up your chest, pull your shoulder blades back together, elbows back, and feel a stretch across your chest. Okay, together in front again. And open up your chest and stretch it out. Okay, relax. Susan, this is a stretch for your side muscles. I want you to take your arms and shoot them straight up above your head. Now I want you to lean over to your right side, reach over to your right side above your head, feel a stretch in your left side. Okay, reach over to your left side, feel a stretch in your right side. Right side again, make sure you're breathing. Reach and feel a stretch down your left side. And back left, feel that stretch. And straight up, arms down and relax. This is a stretch for your lower back and the back of your thigh. I'd like you to bend over and grab your left knee, pull it up towards your chest. Tip your chin towards your chest and drop your forehead towards your knee. Relax, sit up straight. Now reach over and grab your right knee, pull it up towards your chest, bend your chin over and your forehead towards your knee, and relax, sit up straight. This is a stretch for your leg, and you'll feel a stretch both in your front of your leg and your back of your leg. I want you to push your foot out in front of you, straighten your leg out in front, point your toe, slowly pull your toe towards you, hold it. Now point your toe again, and pull back slowly. Now point your toe and make circles with your ankle. Go the other direction. Great. This is a stretch that you should do before you walk and after you walk. It's for the backs of your legs, specifically your lower legs. I want you to balance yourself on the chair, stand up straight, just use the chair for balance. Push your right leg back and push your heel down toward the floor. Bend your front leg just slightly. Slowly bend your back knee and you'll feel a stretch closer down by your foot in your Achilles tendon. Relax, stand up straight.
Remember that some of the simple stretches can also be useful as part of a warm-up routine. These are examples of other activities that provide good flexibility exercise. As you can see, some of these activities may not look like exercise to you, but they do offer the same benefits as the other exercises, and you might even have some fun doing them.
One of the areas that I will concentrate on are lower body exercises, especially when I'm doing strength training.
Strengthening is a basic part of most exercise programs. The purpose is to create the pull, pressure, or resistance that's needed to work specific muscle groups to increase muscle mass and muscle strength.
First exercise we're going to do is the arm curl. It's for your upper arms. And what I want you to do is lift the weight one at a time up towards your shoulder. When you come back down with the weight, I want you to go slowly because it's important to resist gravity on your way down. So you just alternate right arm and then left arm. And you'll repeat until the muscle starts feeling a little tired. And this is an exercise for your tricep, which is the bottom muscle on your upper arm. And I want you to use a band to do this, although you can use a weight in your hand, the same way as you use the weight for your arm curls. When you use the band, I want you to take the one end of it in your left hand, one in your right arm, and I want you to put it in back of you like you were drying your back with a towel. The left hand is going to stay right in the small of your back and hold the end of the band. The other hand is going to go up and next to your head, and you're going to straighten your arm straight above your head and forward, and then you're going to relax. And just repeat that movement with your right arm, straightening it up above your head and back. This is an exercise for your quadricep muscle or this thigh muscle. And you're sitting in a chair, and you can support your back with your hands next to your seat on the chair. With the ankle weight on your ankle, I want you to just straighten your legs slowly and move your foot up in a slow arc until it reaches a point where it's comfortable, and then slowly drop it back down, resisting gravity on the way back down. This is an exercise for the back of your leg, and I want you to just use your hands on the chair for balance. Make sure you stand up straight and don't lean forward. And then lift one leg out, straight in back of you, to a point where it's comfortable. Don't force it, and just hold it, and then return it back to the starting position. And this is a muscle strengthening exercise for your calves and your lower legs, and it uses your body weight against gravity to strengthen your calf muscles. I want you to just balance yourself using the chair, stand up straight, and just raise yourself up off the ground onto your toes. You just lift your heels up off the ground, come back down, and just repeat that until your muscles feel tired. This is an exercise for the muscles along the side of your hip. I want you to put your hand in front of you for balance and support your head in whatever way is comfortable. Your bottom leg, which is closest to the floor, can be in any position that's comfortable for you to maintain your balance. Take your other leg, your top leg, and just lift it straight up toward the ceiling, leading with the side of your foot. Hold it and return it back down to the ground. And this is an exercise to strengthen your abdominal muscles. It's called a curl up or a crunch. It's important to know that when you do a full sit-up,
It puts stress on your lower back. So a true abdominal muscle strengthening exercise only needs to go part way and not into a full sit-up. I want you to cross your hands, cross your chest, and tuck your chin up toward your chest, roll your chin and head off the ground, raise your shoulders up off the ground till your shoulder blades are up, hold it, and then roll slowly back down to your starting position.
There are many other strengthening exercises you can do using any kind of weights, from really simple routines to those requiring equipment.
I go to Vic Tanny's oftentimes, and I will take some exercise on the rowing machine, about 12 minutes, and then on the stationary bikes, and then I maybe swim a quarter mile.
Cardiovascular exercise is the core of most exercise programs. Some people call it aerobic exercise. They're the same thing. Cardiovascular exercise sessions can help you build endurance. Any activity that makes you move large muscles to a regular rhythm, like walking, bicycling, swimming, or jogging, falls under the category of cardiovascular exercise. The main point is to start slowly and build up your endurance gradually, whatever activity you choose.
An exercise session needs to include 3 components. Number 1 is the warm-up, which is a slow, low level of activity which warms the temperature of the muscles so they function better and gradually redistributes the blood flow to the working muscles.
The first part of most exercise sessions is a warm-up to get your body ready for the more intense exercises.
When I warm up, sometimes I will do stretching exercises. If I'm going to be doing aerobic type exercises, I'll do a lot of stretching.
Following the warm-up, the conditioning time is a higher level of intensity where the person is pushing a little bit more, the heart rate increases, the breathing increases, the total body temperature increases, and that should be sustained gradually working up to 30 minutes.
The work effort scale is an excellent way for dialysis patients to tell how hard to work during conditioning time. This scale, which is also in your guide, is based on how you feel. During your warm-up, your effort should be light, and during conditioning, your effort should be somewhat hard or hard. And then you go back to very light effort during your cool down.
And then that is followed by another cool down, which is similar to the warm-up where the blood flow is redistributed back away from the working muscles and there's a gradual reduction in intensity to rest after that.
When I cool down, what I will do is I will just start walking slower. I'll go from my peak level that I'm walking at or running at, and I will start going slower and slower and then spend a couple of minutes at a very slow pace.
You should never just stop suddenly from doing any cardiovascular exercise. Allow your heart rate to return to normal in a slow and even way. Stopping suddenly could interfere with the return of blood to your heart, and it could make you feel dizzy or faint. Slowing down and doing a few slow stretches will provide a good cool down.
The more I walked, the more it seemed I had less and less pain at night. And I think my energy level was a lot better.
Walking is the simplest and one of the best cardiovascular exercises. It's easy to do and doesn't require anything more than a good pair of shoes. An investment in well-designed and comfortable walking shoes will pay off by helping you to do more walking.
Oh yes, I can tell if I don't walk for a while and then start up again. It's a big difference. If you walk every day, you can notice your energy building.
Here's how to get a good and safe walking workout. Keep your toes pointing straight ahead and swing your arms. You should land on your heel and roll forward so your step drives off the ball of your foot. Take long, easy strides and breathe deeply, with your mouth open if that's comfortable for you. Be sure to keep moving at a steady pace, keeping your head erect, your back straight, and your abdomen flat. Cardiovascular exercise can also involve equipment, which some people buy or use at health clubs. Aside from simply walking, There are a number of other easy-to-do activities to keep your heart well exercised. The goal is to make a habit of it. An exercise bike can be part of your dialysis routine, or something you can do while you're watching TV.
Every day you do one more thing. If you want to walk, just walk to the corner and back. And then before you know it, you'll be walking around the block and then further.
I think the payoff in general for patients is that they feel much better. They have more energy, they can do more things, their endurance and muscle strength is really improved. And I believe that that improves their quality of life.
Learning how to do these exercises correctly is important, but it's also important to plan out a regular set of activities to be done for a given amount of time. This way, you can get the most out of your efforts without doing too much. We live in a country where sitting in front of the television is as active as many of us get. When people say that exercise is too risky for dialysis patients, many experts would answer that the risks of inactivity are much greater than any risk related to participating in exercise. Making the commitment is easier than you think, especially when you remember what a huge difference exercise is making in the lives of those who do it regularly.
I don't like feeling lousy. I like feeling good. And so I try to keep active.
You'll feel more flexible. The first time you walk around that block a couple of times, it might be very difficult. But the time after that, it'll become easier and easier and easier to the point.
You lost enough as it is. You lost the function. Don't lose anything else. Exercise. Find a way.
Better dialysis and new medications have made a major contribution to the quality of life for people who rely on dialysis. And dialysis patients themselves have made great leaps through positive efforts to lead as healthy a lifestyle as possible with diet and exercise. So exercise can not only help improve your health, but it can really help you feel better and feel better about yourself.
You got to keep moving, especially when you got kidney disease. You got to keep moving.